Oh, careful, on your right. Oh my gosh. We have the Washington Monument, which is, can get my finger point right, here we go. Oh man. Good morning, guys. Welcome to a new vlog. It is currently 5:41 in the morning and it's a Saturday. Definitely not the normal time that I would be waking up on the weekends, but today we have a fun activity planned. I have signed myself up for DC Bike Ride, which is a organization that basically shuts down the whole entire city in Washington, DC and various other metropolitan cities, major cities around the US. And then thousands of bike riders come out and just for 20 miles explores the entire city. This is my first time doing anything like this, so I'm kind of nervous. I want to say I could push through the 20 miles, but we'll see. We'll see. I haven't done it. This will be my first time, but I'm really excited. It's also for a good cause. A lot of this funding goes to like charities that support or that helps anyways to eliminate food insecurity, and there's different vendors, small businesses, and even my employer has jumped in and sponsored this event. So I'm super proud of that, and I'm super excited to run this race, although I'm not super thrilled about being up this early. So I'm gonna get myself ready and then we're gonna go ahead and make our way down up to Washington, DC, start this race. Hope you guys are excited. Welcome to the video. I'll catch you guys in a bit. Hubby just dropped me off. Because the roads are blocked off today, there isn't really a way to drive down to where I need to go to pick up my bike that I have rented. So looks like I'm gonna be walking for a little bit, but that's okay. So we gotta get these legs warmed up.
When you call me, it's a kind of go. I hear it running through my blood. If you feel it, then I don't stand a chance.
I'm ready to go. People are lined up in our corrals. I'm in the back with all of the beginners because I'm kind of nervous about this ride, but I'm super excited. I see kids, families here together, people of all ages, of all backgrounds, so, and even pets as well. So super pumped for this ride. We're gonna get started in about 15 minutes. So I'm looking forward to showing you guys the sights. So because I don't personally own my own bike, as part of the race, you have the option of renting one, which is what I did. It's from a company called Unlimited Biking. and it's a pretty good sturdy bike. It was very quick to go through the line to go pick it up. They adjusted the seat for me. They filled the bike tires up with air, so I feel very safe, obviously, and they gave us all helmets so we can make sure we're safe while riding on the road. It's a really nice bike. So probably a mile and a half in now. Things are starting to spread out a little bit. A lot of people, a little bit of congestion at the start line. But currently we're riding on the street right next to the Tidal Basin, where the Cherry Blossoms Festival happens each year. And it's beautiful, you guys. Like, there's just something about being in a city where you, first of all, DC is very commuter friendly, which is great, but there's something really special about being in a city where the streets are free of cars and there's just thousands of bikes on the road. It's quiet, you can hear the birds chirping, feeling the wind press up against my face. So refreshing. I'm loving this. Now we've officially crossed into Virginia. That bridge was the Arlington Memorial Bridge, and at the other end of that bridge, on the Virginia side, is Arlington National Cemetery, which is probably one of the most renowned cemeteries in the country, if not the world. This is where our soldiers who've given the ultimate sacrifice are buried. I have not yet gone, but I definitely want to try and check it out. I mean, I've been in this area for almost 3.5, 4 years now. It's kind of embarrassing I haven't visited, but get a little drive-by on this bike ride on this beautiful day. Just past mile 2, 18 more to go. I think I'm currently riding by the infamous Watergate Hotel, where President Nixon notoriously was involved in a conspiracy to break into DNC office and steal secrets for that election. And then he ended up leaving office, and Gerald Ford, I think, pardoned him after it was a big debacle. Hot mess. Anyways, I skipped 3 somehow, but mile 4. Oh yeah, feels a little better. I had to find a mobile mechanic to go ahead and add some more air to my tires. Feels a lot better. That hill got me. Took my breath away. Anyway, so as I was saying, well, first off, let me just mention we're now in one of my favorite districts in DC is called Georgetown. It's a historic district. It has those beautiful row homes, and in the fall, oh my gosh, if you guys haven't checked out my fall vlog video for things to do here in Washington DC, you have to check it out. I kind of lay out a few of my top rated spots. I'm sure there are dozens of others, but a few of my favorite spots to come visit during the fall season in DC, because DC is absolutely beautiful. Like every season is just perfection, although summer can be really beautiful. Not beautiful, brutal. In any case, so as you guys can see, I'm smiling in here because I'm really happy to be doing this ride today and getting some exercise, importantly, because I've been really struggling with trying to get back into a routine and prioritizing my mental health and fitness and wellness. But anyways, for the last couple of years, I've been getting some abnormal blood results back that indicate there might be something wrong with my liver. And so I finally made an appointment with a specialist at Johns Hopkins, which is one of the best hospitals in the country, the liver specialist, as I mentioned earlier. And we're doing like a whole bunch of testing. I had a bunch of blood work done yesterday that still shows signs of elevation. Something going wrong. I don't know if my liver isn't functioning, but the doctor definitely wants to rule out any possibilities. He wants to check all of her function, make sure that it's functioning properly as it should, make sure that it's not a result from like some type of autoimmune disease. To my knowledge, I don't have a history of that in my family, but it could be a sleeper cell, who knows? So I definitely want to do my due diligence and make sure that I have a healthy liver, because I only have one. So to get news that something might be wrong with it is kind of terrifying. Scratch my wall. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. I have to go get an ultrasound, a special ultrasound for my liver to see what's going on and rule out some of the more serious things like a degradation in my liver function, which I really hope that that's not the case. I hope it's just attributed to gaining weight over the pandemic and probably requires me losing some weight, which is why I enjoy being active and doing things like this. And it's so fun, even though I might not look like it. I love it. So I'm worried, yes, but I'm gonna try and stay positive and try and get through the rest of this race. Mile 7, let's go, got a hill. Mile 8, just did a loop coming back through the tunnel. One thing about these races is there are so many people of different That's great. I really hope you guys can hear me. I'm talking through my AirPod. We'll see. But yeah, because there are so many different people of different levels of difficulty, which is great. You gotta be careful, because there can be some non-experienced bikers, not to say that I am by any means, but perhaps I have a little bit of self-awareness in terms of where they are on the road, respective to people around them. I have seen a couple of bike crashes, unfortunately. Thankfully they seem to be okay, but you know, it's not very uncommon in big cities, just on a regular day, for cyclists to be at risk of getting hit by cars or even pedestrians for that matter. So safety first, always. Also, I am out of breath because I'm pushing through those. We're going on a decline right now, but for the last few passes, we're climbing uphill. And I find that it's much easier. I don't know if there's any cyclists, you know, mildly intermediate or advanced cyclists. Let me know what you think, but I find that when you have a sufficient amount of gear on your bike, it's actually easier to go up the hill. So I see people kind of their legs wobbling and flowing on their gear. No, you want to actually put put some gear on the bike, get some grip under your wheel so that you can grip the road and get you up to those hills. And then also, from years of taking spinning classes, even though it's on a stationary bike, you know, I also find that it's easier to drive your heel into your pedal and kind of use your body mass side to side to help, you know, provide that additional pressure that you need. So, anyways, I don't want to sound like a professional because I'm not, but these are just things from my experience that I find are helpful. Oh, careful, on your right. Oh my gosh. No big deal, just almost crashed back there. I think, understandably, people are excited because you got the Thomas Jefferson Memorial just behind us, and this is the basin, the Tidal Basin, where they do the Cherry Blossom Festival each year in the spring. So typically you'll see all of these trees kind of hugging the lake will be filled with these beautiful pink and white cherry blossoms. So this is a really good spot to take a picture. Oh, and then on the other side, you have the Washington Monument, which is, can get my finger point right, here we go. Things appear closer in the mirror than they actually seem. We're still quite far from it, but so far so good. It's gorgeous. I love that they have music playing throughout the route. Although I have one earbud in and I'm bumping the Beyonce's Homecoming album because that album just really gets my blood pumping and gets me motivated to keep going and keep pushing. But I'm curious, what about you guys? What do you guys listen to when you're at the gym? Is it like a house, techno, hip hop, rap, rock? How do we mix it up in the gym? Comment down below. All right, just a little over halfway done, and according to my Apple Watch, I'm about 62 minutes in, so an hour, taking into consideration that I've stopped a couple of times to take pictures, and I'm really not trying that hard. I'm just enjoying it. So hopefully this second half doesn't take me as long. I'll try and push it. Otherwise this video is going to be an hour long. Gotta give it to the event organizers for keeping it entertaining. Mile 12. Look at us. On the highway I drove in on, empty. Both lanes. Southbound, northbound, full of bikers. It's amazing. I no longer know what mile I'm on, but I know that we're close because I see finish line signs on the side of the road. What I know is waiting for me is hopefully, I don't know why, I just want a banana. And I'm just gonna chug some water, relax my legs, enjoy some good music, and just celebrate with everyone else who came out today. I think we got maybe a mile or two to go max. So let's get it. My ass is killing me, but we are at mile 19, one last final mile to go, and I can't think of a better way to end the race than at the US Capitol building, which is such a historic, beautiful, architecturally inspiring, aesthetically pleasing building in itself. And then I have, of course, the National Mall behind me and the view of the Washington Monument. DC is just creme de la creme of cities. This ride has been amazing. I have 1 mile left, so let's finish this up. Let's finish it out strong. made it to the end. 1 hour, 50 minutes, 51 minutes-ish. Well, 19.88 miles, roughly 20 miles. Check out the finish line and the Capitol just behind it. It has been such an incredible race. I'm gonna have to ice my ass after this. Admittedly, these last few weeks, I've been struggling mentally and physically to get to a place where I felt more like myself, you know, less worrisome, less stressed, and just letting go. But today feels different. I mean, it feels amazing to join 9,000 plus other cyclists on a day where we can literally take over the streets of Washington, D.C., pedaling through the heart of the city and admiring just how beautiful it really is, without the distractions of honking horns or pollution from exhaust fumes. It's as if the city itself took a deep breath, and so did I. From my perspective, this event was a huge success. I mean, sure, there were some minor bike collisions, but the event staff and city officials really pulled through, taking all the right measures to keep us safe. And I have to give a huge thanks to the many civil servants and law enforcement patrolling and guiding us along the streets. Safety wasn't always something I'd worry about during events like these, but unfortunately, times have changed. So kudos to everyone who made it a priority, because without them, this experience I don't think would have felt as carefree and enjoyable. And you know, after riding 20 miles through DC, you'd think I'd be exhausted by now, right? But I'm actually still buzzing with energy. The excitement for the ride, I guess, is just carrying me into this after party, which is amazing. The live band, the music, I mean, it's the perfect celebration to top off this day. There are also many incredible vendors out here too. One in particular caught my eye, the vendor selling the camping gear. I guess growing up in a big city, I never really had exposure to outdoor activities, but there's something about nature, right? Especially with cycling. It gives me this euphoric sense of freedom, if you will. Now, I know that cycling might not be for everyone, but honestly, any form of exercise or sport can have such a positive impact on your mental health, and that's something I've really been needing more than ever lately. This ride reminded me of that. All right, all done. What an incredible event. Oh my gosh, totally exceeded my expectations. I feel proud of myself because I was really nervous this morning as to whether I would be able to do the full 20 miles. And at some point I did get a little bit nervous because you're traversing highways where there's a little bit of an elevation. Of course, you really got to dig into your knees and push those quads to get through those points. But then you realize, oh, now we're going downhill. So it worked out beautifully. And at the finish line, the festival had tons of vendors, and my job was kind enough to get me into the VIP section, so I was able to get a little beer, the perfect food for after a race like that, and then some salad and, you know, little things to munch on just to kind of fill my belly with some food after that very long bike ride. But anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed that. If you're considering doing the DC bike ride, or again, they offer them in other cities, like I think Philadelphia might be coming up, and other areas around the country, you should definitely check it out. Not only is it for a good cause, but also it's for your own mental health, your own physical, spiritual, mental health, wellness, and well-being. Shout out to this guy, rolling. Oh, and shout out to that lady out there living her best life dancing. I could only hope and wish to be as carefree as she is, to where you really don't give a fuck who's watching you and you're just dancing because the music sounds and feels good. Shout out to that lady. Honestly, she's the winner. She's the winner of the whole event. Anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you for supporting me and continually watching my videos and my little channel. It really, really means the world to me. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Lots of peace and love to you, and I'll catch you in the next one.